Greetings, Red Ribbon Army. How you doing? We're back with a new episode of The Real Manos, and we are going to be talking about a new animated series today, and that is Invincible Fight Girl, and it is been airing on Cartoon Network's Adult Swim, and you can find it right now on Max. And it is, I believe, an 8 to 10 episode series. Season 1's already complete, so we're talking about it at large. And it is created by Justin Gordon Montgomery, and has a voice cast of Sydney Michaela playing Andy Smith, the lead character, Rolanda Watts as Aunt P, Paul Castro Jr. as Greg, and T.K. Weaver as Mikey Beef Puncha, which is possibly the best fictional name I've ever encountered. So, hey, what's this show about? In a world where wrestling literally rules everything, a young woman by the name of Andy wants to be a wrestler. She has this dream of becoming a wrestler, getting into the ring and just living her best life. But her parents want her to be an accountant. And she's not great at it, and she's not feeling it, and she just does not care. But fate will have it. There will be a day that comes where her accountant office is attacked by wrestlers, and she has to stand and fight. This proves to her that she is capable of doing this, so she goes out on her quest to become a wrestler. And oh boy, this does really do feel like a American shonen. Now, I know some of the creators, I feel like some of the creators has talked about how it's not exactly one, but it really does fit that feeling. And I gotta say, it has this youthful, optimistic protagonist that immediately appeals to me, because she doesn't. You know what's interesting is she's not like Luffy or Goku, where she wants to become the greatest at a thing. She just wants to be a thing. That's at least what's expressed so far. Obviously, if this series gets to continue, we'll see her climb up that ladder. But right now, just being there is enough of wish fulfillment for her, and it's actually kind of beautiful. So anyway, we watch her go on her way, and like I mentioned, her parents were really pushing her to be an accountant like them. And what I like is once they come to that decision where she is just going to go and do it, they decide to support her. They don't like disavow her, they don't disown her or anything like that, or kick her out without anything. They give her what she needs to go about her way. And out there, this is a world that seems to be really ruled by wrestling rules. Like, you can actually challenge someone, and from space, a satellite will drop a ring, and it will be law that you have to fight. And there is something about this show, especially once we get into the city of wrestlers and we see all sorts of characters, not just different, like, people, but also like creatures, like bird people and animal types of people, doing all sorts of different roles. It really has this feeling of, it reminds me a lot of OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, except a little bit more mature and leaning towards the action versus the comedy. And Andy approaches people. She runs into Craig, who's a street con artist who actually works, I guess. He's affiliated with Aunt P, who is her number one influence, and she is very excited to be trained by her. Like, she just pushes her to train her, and she won't have it. She does not want anything to do with wrestling anymore, for reasons that are not explained to us yet. She encounters Mikey, who is this gigantic 8-year-old who comes from a family of wrestlers, and he wants to be a wrestling journalist. And let's see, she even fights for his ability to say no to his family about that. And excellent fight. She has to fight one of the champions of that family, and it does that thing where uh, she is fighting an opponent, and the opponent starts to respect her during the fight, and I kind of love that like story writing trope. Oh my god, it always, I don't know. There's always something about that really kind of like gets to me. Uh, by the way, Clancy Brown and Keith David are playing like minor roles in this. What's interesting is Keith David plays apparently the narrator, and then just shows up as a character with villainous connotations. He has a connection with Aunt P, and Aunt P is terrified of him and doesn't want anything to do with him and does not want him involved with Andy. Part of her pushing Andy away is to keep her out of this world that may like ruin her. I don't know. It's really kind of like the way she just freezes up in these moments is very telling. I gotta say, a couple of my favorite episodes are, let's see, which are they? They are episodes 6 and 7, dealing with two Western themed wrestlers, a married couple who fight Aunt P and are devastated by her perfect hit, her perfect move, the perfect strike, excuse me. The perfect strike, which takes them out completely. And it messes them up so bad. They vow to come back as soon as they learn the perfect strike and will get revenge. And they never came back because they started feuding with each other, and their feud extended to their whole town, creating this sort of feuding civil war, which greatly affects everyone who lives there. And their daughter, and I hope this isn't too much of a spoiler, but their daughter is really distraught over this. And they're kind of a comedy villainous duo that just won't like break out of their like, you know, repetitious actions. And yet it still does this real serious damage emotionally to the people around them. And this story takes some turns that I thought was coming in and did happen, but happened in ways that I did not expect. Let's just say that, if that makes any sense. And these two episodes for me is what turned a good show into a great show. And then I am kind of all in for the next couple episodes after that. And I really am. I haven't heard anything yet for a second season. I am like all excited. I want to see a second season on this show. Andy, like I said, is a wonderful protagonist. That she really kind of, in a way similar to Luffy, really does, you know, is able to like understand a person's dreams and hopes, and is devastated when she sees people not being able to like, you know, even start their dreams, not even like achieving, just trying to achieve, and you know, just not even trying is a minor tragedy to her. And it's kind of wonderful, actually. The animation is excellent. We do a lot of that kind of Dragon Ball Z flashing back and forth in fighting. Oh my god, it's so good. And the character designs are really imaginative. Like I said, there is a lot of like Dragon Ball, like the earliest series in the DBZ franchise, and a little bit of like OKKO in kind of the energy and vibe. Not to mention, it reminds me there's a little bit of Kill la Kill in this, as far as like you know, energy. I really enjoyed this series, and yeah, it started out as just a recommendation to me through a couple of YouTubers, and oh boy, this was really great ride. I like I said, I hope we get a new season of this. I'd really like to see Andy continue on this. I'd like to see her get a better fight. Holy crap, she is a character that I am a big fan of characters that like take a beating and get back up, and she does that like all through the season actually. Yeah, I really would like to see more of the show. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 Ram Chips. Excellent work on this creative staff. I will mention like specifically like the episodes 6 and 7 were written by M.A. Larson and Ben Joseph. Excellent work, good stuff. And Montgomery, wonderful series so far. Yeah, I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 Ram Chips. Highly recommend this. I definitely think if you're like a big fan of like shonen action anime, it's got some humor to it. It's got a lot of humor to it. Check it out. It's on Max. I don't know. I don't have cable right now, so I don't know if they're rerunning the show at this moment as I record. But if you can, check it out. You can also check me out over on various different platforms. I'm on, Blue Sky, Tumblr, Facebook, and you can support this channel and my own comic publishing, Manos Publishing, just starting at $1 a month over at Patreon. And you can see all of my work, videos, stories, comics, at Substack. And the links are below. You can check them out. And wouldn't mind being supported by it. And speaking of supporting, you can support me just at you can support me on YouTube for free just by commenting, liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell for all things Manos. And just saying, comments would help. Let me know if you've seen the show, what you think so far. If you haven't heard of it, let me know as well. I do recommend it. If you like these sort of things, I think you're going to dig this show quite a bit. So I think that's it. So hit the bell, Lindsay.